Y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess. What's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scott by Nature TV, and we're here for another episode of Yes for the Mess, okay? And we are here to talk about Eddie Winslow, Wendy Williams, okay, Damon Dash, Caitlyn and OJ Simpson, okay? Now, before we get into Caitlyn Jenner and OJ Simpson, we're going to start off with Tamika Perry, aka Tyler Perry, okay? Now, as you guys already know, the people do not be feeling Tyler Perry shows. Even though they watch them, they still don't be feeling them, okay? He got The Oval, he got Sisters, and he got several other shows out there, okay? Now, apparently, the thing with him is that he writes all of his shit by himself. Commendable, but he does need work, right? So, apparently, he's going to be hiring more writers to help him out with his shows, okay? And I got an article here from the JasmineBrand.com. Before we get into anything else, everything that I talk about here today is from the JasmineBrand.com, okay? Now, before we get into the show, let me just tell y'all a story real quick about my sister, okay? Now, my sister just came over to the house like about an hour ago. While I was editing the Yes for the Mess before this one, right? So she came over and she gonna look at me and say, you need a broom. And I said, why? She said, cause Halloween over. You look like a witch. That's why she said that. See, this is why I don't like her. That's why I don't like her. But anyway, let's get into the article from the JasmineBrand.com talking about Tamika Perry and the writers that he's going to hire. Fans had a lot to say when Tyler Perry revealed that he didn't have a writer's room last year, but now he's ready to give up some of the control. He said in a recent interview, "I'm the volume guy for about 3 or 4 more years. My plan is to relinquish to a lot more directors and writers to take over the shows that I've started. It's going to be more of me overseeing rather than doing the hands-on work. For the past 6 weeks, I was in the mountains. I wrote 72 episodes of television, just me in a room by myself, sitting out there looking at the moose in the mountains, and I treat it like a job. Every morning after I work out, I start writing at 7 and I don't finish until 7 in the evening. I do that every day until it's done. I love it, and I love directing for 12 to 15-hour days. But I realize there's so much more that I could be doing if I were to hand some of the other stuff off rather than doing it all by myself." While he's currently the brains behind all of his hit TV shows, he continued and said his life serves as enough inspiration to avoid suffering from writer's block. If you look at the Directors Guild of America and a lot of the unions, they credit what we've done here for having the most diversity of any place. And I do know that would affect a lot of people if I weren't doing all that I am doing. But I also don't get writer's block. That comes from childhood. In my pain and my abuse, I was able to disassociate and go into another world and see all these beautiful places in my mind. When I'm writing a script, I access that place and I can create those worlds pretty easily. I'm sure psychologists could tell you what that is. I don't know. His output has garnered him several awards, including the coveted Governor's Award at the 2020 Emmys and the Gene Award, Humanitarian Award at the Oscars this year. Still, he said, receiving recognition isn't the prize. Hollywood has never been a goal to fit in or to be a part of. To have the last few years of honors at the Oscars, the Emmys, and the Star on the Walk of Fame, I was very moved and pleasantly surprised by it and thankful for it. But it's never been my intention. He doesn't plan on slowing down, and he revealed that he wrote 10 episodes of a brand new series in one weekend. I just wrote a new show and I wrote it over the weekend, 10 episodes, and we start shooting it next month. I'm just ready to go, man. With plenty on his plate, he also shared an update on the highly anticipated Sister Act 3 film, which he'll produce with the franchise's star Whoopi Goldberg. The script is being written and I am the producer on it. I'm not directing. We brought on an incredible director, and Whoopi's really excited. I think that this is what the country needs. We need that feel-good moment in the movies where we go, oh my God, I left there singing. That's my hope. What are your thoughts on Tamika Perry's remarks? First of all, I am so glad that somebody told Tamika Perry that she needs some help, because she needs all the help that she can get, and that's just the truth. Tamika Perry needs help. I'm not saying that the shows are not good. They could be better. They're just pretty cheesy, and I think that when you have different minds and different opinions and different people involved, you would get better results, because he's writing it all by himself. And it's different when you're writing everything by yourself and you don't have other people to oversee it. You're writing it by yourself. You're directing it by yourself. You're producing it by yourself. You need more people in the room with you so you can really have a good show, because a lot of these shows have a lot of potential. Sisters have potential. I love that show when I was watching it, but I stopped looking at it because it can be so fucking cheesy sometimes. The Oval has potential. You wanted your own Scandal, but you ain't getting it because it's not working. It's not on the level as far as writing is concerned. When it comes down to the standard of writing, is not where Shonda Rhimes is. You know what I'm saying? Like, get some people get some brand new writers, some fresh talent that can come in and help you revitalize all of your shows. You know what I'm saying? That's what the haves and have-nots needed. That's what If Loving You Was Wrong needed. You know what I mean? All of those shows needed that shit, and you just did not bring that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So I think that it's good that you're getting help, because you need it. And I think that it's good that you're knowing what your strengths and your weaknesses are, because you need to. So it is what it is. So I'm glad that you're seeing all of that and then some. Honestly, I am, because you need to know that you need help. Period. I wonder if you're going to take that same approach when it comes down to your movies. Your plays are always A1. Your plays are always good, but it's something about your movies that be missing the mark sometimes. Like, some of your best films is probably like the Why Did I Get Married saga. It's probably The Family That Prays. I think Daddy's Little Girls was fairly decent. I think Medea's Family Reunion and Diary of a Mad Black Woman was fairly decent. But then you got movies like For Color Girls, which was disgusting to me and I can't watch it. You got Medea Goes to Jail, which was horrible. You had I Could Do Bad All By Myself, which was also horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these movies are just not good, and you do need the help. Acrimony could have been so much better, but it just fell flat. So you could get some help. You could get some help. Hell, Color Me Pink is a writer. Have help in your writer's room. Okay? Have her in your writer's room. Hell, hire me. Hell, I've been writing for years. Hire me. I help you get this shit together. Okay? Period. Because I know what people want to see. So it is what it is. But I'm glad that he is open to the help. And I'm glad that he's open to show that he needs the fucking help. That's all I'm saying. So we're about to move on to Caitlyn Jenner's ass. Okay? Because she was talking about this O.J. Simpson's case. And I got an article here. This one doesn't come from Jasmine Brand. This one comes from Newsweek. So I'm going to read that. And then we're going to talk about it. And then we're going to move on to the next. So let's get into it. Caitlyn Jenner has claimed that O.J. Simpson told his ex-wife Nicole Brown that he would one day kill her and get away with it. Brown and her friend Ron Goldman were found murdered in her Los Angeles home in 1994. Simpson, the prime suspect in the killings, denied that he was responsible for their deaths and was acquitted after a high-profile trial. The former Buffalo Bills player, who was married to Brown between 1985 and 1992, was later found responsible for their deaths in a civil lawsuit, although he continued to maintain his innocence. And during an appearance on Big Brother VIP in Australia, Jenner has shared her take on the murder of Brown. In a scene from the reality show, Caitlyn, who was married to Nicole Brown's best friend Kris Jenner at the time, spoke about how difficult the whole thing was for her family. Speaking with her housemate, she said, "It was an extraordinarily difficult time. Nicole was Chris's best friend and had been for a long time. I was at Nicole's house 2 days before the murder. Obviously, he did it and he got away with it. And at one point, he even told Nicole, 'I will kill you and get away with it because I'm O.J. Simpson.' And then Nicole, relayed that on to Kris at one point, and unfortunately, she was right. We were at the courthouse and we were watching what was going on in the other room. And even after that not guilty verdict, the first thing Kris turns around to me and says, 'We should have listened to Nicole. She was right from the beginning.'" At the time of the trial, Kris Jenner's ex-husband, Robert Kardashian, was a part of the legal counsel that defended Simpson. Caitlyn Jenner has claimed in her 2017 book, The Secrets of My Life, that Kardashian later revealed that he believed Simpson to be guilty. Caitlyn also wrote about her own relationship with Simpson in the book. The Keeping Up with the Kardashians star wrote, "We have both come out of the same world of the male athlete with all its stereotypes and behavioral expectations and type of identity that I come to call the male athlete gender. I struggled against it because most of my issues and extreme discomfort in that world and its constant objectification of women and the endless bragging about who fucking to the point where you had to wonder where these guys really hiding. OJ was the complete opposite side of the spectrum. As women as eye candy and sex toys. Physically abusive when he did not get his way or felt like he was being defied. The loud life of the party anywhere and anytime, like so many other athletes." Recent California candidate Jenner also wrote about her own gender dysphoria, likely affected her strained relationship with Simpson. "If I looked in the mirror and loathed myself, I looked at OJ and saw a monster of a male athlete. I wonder if this contributed to my feelings of awkwardness around him that even embodied an archetype that people expected from me. There were other contributing factors in my distaste for him, and he was the most narcissistic, egocentric, neediest asshole in the world of sports I had ever seen, and I had seen a lot of them." She went on, "I eventually found him exhausted and pathetic in his need for one-upmanship, such that it was almost like it was on the football field again, in which everyone else was an opponent. I was wary." Jenner flew over to Australia to appear in Big Brother VIP earlier this year in the midst of her ultimately unsuccessful bid to become governor of California. The new season she appears in started airing on Monday. Among the familiar names also appearing on the show are Donald Trump's former political aide Omarosa Thomas Markle and the estranged brother of Meghan Markle. Okay, so that was the article from Newsweek about Caitlyn Jenner talking about O.J. Simpson. Now, here is what I got to say about it. Now, I was far too young when that case happened. I do remember growing up as a little boy hearing my mother talk about it. If this happened in 94, that means I was 5 years old when this shit went down. So, yeah, I really don't have much to say on the matter, but all I can say is what made her want to talk about it now, and why hasn't she never said nothing about it in the past? They did a whole documentary about O.J. Simpson as far as the crime is concerned, and did he get away with it? Did he really do it? All of this other stuff. Now, a lot of people think that O.J. Simpson did this shit. A lot of people think that he definitely did it and got away with it. And how the fuck he got away with it, I don't know how, but he definitely is walking around living his life like nothing happened, but he continues to say that he didn't do it. And it's funny how Caitlyn Jenner says that the man said, you know, I told that bitch that, you know, I would kill you and get away with it. So if he really did kill her, he killed her and got away with it, and he said that he would kill her and get away with it. But I never really looked into this case about O.J. Simpson and Nicole Brown. I never really looked into that case because, like I said, it was very much so before my time, so I don't know much about it. But I want to know what you guys think about that situation. What do you guys think about it? We're going to move on to Dame Dash and Jay-Z. Now, we already know that Dame Dash and Jay-Z have seen a lot of rough times in the past couple of years. We know that that they haven't been seeing eye to eye. But Dame Dash says that he's ready to make amends with Jay-Z and end their battle, because he wants the culture to see two strong black men working out a problem. So I got an article here from the JasmineBrand.com, and we finna get right on to this, and we're gonna talk about it and move on to the next. So could Dame Dash and Jay-Z be on the path to rekindling their friendship? As you may recall, Rockefeller Records co-founders Dame Dash and Jay-Z have been in a contentious legal battle since June. It all began when Dame Dash attempted to sell his 1/3 stake in Rockefeller, which included Jay-Z's 1996 Reasonable Doubt album, as a non-fungible token. For context, NFT is a form of digital ownership that allows people to legally own online art and content. As a result, Dash was hit with a lawsuit by Rockefeller's legal team and later temporarily banned from selling Reasonable Doubt as an NFT. In turn, Dame Dash filed a lawsuit on his own and accused Jay-Z of stealing the streaming rights to Reasonable Doubt, which spawned hit songs like Can't Knock the Hustle. Despite their legal issues, Jay-Z recently acknowledged Dame during a speech this past Saturday on October the 30th. Jay-Z was officially inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and at one point in his lengthy acceptance speech, he stated, Shout out to Dame. I know that we don't see eye to eye, but I can never erase your accomplishments, and I appreciate you, and I thank you for that. Shout out to Biggs. He was one of the most honorable people I've met, and we created something that will probably never be duplicated. I appreciate you guys, and thank you for our journey, and thank you for your contribution to this journey. Shortly thereafter, Damon acknowledged Jay-Z's kind words by reposting an Instagram upload about the speech. Now, Dash is saying that he's ready to end his feud with Jay-Z while speaking on Jay-Z's shout out. He stated, according to Shara Jones of page 6, it was beautiful. I'm glad he said it for the culture. We need to squash everything. So hopefully that if that was an extended olive branch, I'll spin one back. I have no beef with him. If he has no beef with me, let's get the lawyers out of it then and let's talk like men. But I definitely appreciate it. He continued, I would never want you to think that we have to go to the court to resolve anything. We can talk it out, and the culture needs to see that two strong black men are working out a problem. Even if they work together, they can go their separate ways. They can still be cool. We should not be divided. We have accomplished so much to be beefing. There ain't no way I'm going to continue to I'm never going to not consider him my brother. It's just that we don't see eye to eye. Dame Dash added, whether we cool or not, him getting into the Hall of Fame is major. So congratulations to us, congratulations to him, and thank you to him for working so hard to where he got to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Anything he can do to make me great. So thank you for even contributing to Strive. He keeps my name alive. Now, that was the article from the JasmineBrand.com. Now, this is what I got to say about the matter. I am glad that Jay-Z did give him those props, regardless of them not seeing eye to eye. And I think that it's great that Dame Dash sees this as an olive branch. I almost said Olive Garden. Olive branch to make things right. They have been brothers and they have been friends for so many damn years. And what's the point of y'all fighting about it? Like, it really ain't no point of y'all fighting about it. Let's just talk about it like men and get it over with. You know what I'm saying? Because even in my interview with the TTV network for their podcast, when I spoke on my relationship with Justin J, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't see eye to eye. We're not friends. We'll probably never be friends again. But I could never take away what he instilled in me as a content creator, and I could never take away the inspiration that he gave me to continue to move on and be more consistent and have more confidence. Because whether you know it or not, he has a lot of confidence in himself. He believed in himself, and it got him to where he is, and I could never take that away from him. So we ain't never got to be friends, but at the same point in time, I could never take away from that, because I always cite him as one of my inspirations, and he will always have that respect from me. So thanks to King of Reeds for being that for me, and also I salute Dame Dash and Jay-Z for wanting to get past this shit. So we're gonna move on to the next topic, which is Wendy Williams. As you guys know, that Wendy Williams has been on hiatus, and they've been having people hosting her show while she's not here, but apparently the ratings have gone up with her not being around, okay, which is odd. But okay, so we're going to get right on into it. So let's talk about it. So Wendy Williams, the show increases in ratings despite the host's absence. This also comes from the Jasmine brand. Could the Wendy Williams show go on without her? According to the reports, the ratings for the show have increased since the host, Wendy Williams, age 57, has been on hiatus. As a result of Wendy Williams' ongoing health concerns, the season 13 premiere of the talk show was delayed several times. The show returned on October the 8th, 2021 without Williams, and featured guest hosts like Debbie Smith, Leah Remini, I think that's how you pronounce it, child, and Sherry Shepard. And the show has reportedly increased its ratings by 33%. Do you think Wendy Williams can be replaced? Now, this is what I got to say about the situation. Now, I don't think it's a case of her being replaced. I just think that people are interested to see where the show can go without her being around. I think that that's what it is. I don't know if it's about her being replaced in a sense, because I haven't watched it since she hasn't been on, but it's not like I was really watching it like that anyway. I only tune in when someone that I like comes in, or if it's a hot topic that I need to discuss. But other than that, maybe people are really trying to see how the show can run without her, and they're probably just trying to get a sense of normalcy of it. Maybe, I don't know, but that's what I take from it. So I really don't know, but I'm hearing that the show is doing its job with or without her. So we'll just see how this shit goes, to be honest. So Best regards to the Wendy Williams show and best regards to Wendy Williams herself. What y'all got to say about this? So we're going to go on to the last topic of the day, and that is Eddie Winslow. Now, as you guys already know, Eddie Winslow has been in the news for supposedly being in a hot ass romance with Sydney Starr. As you guys know, Sydney Starr do be lying. I don't believe nothing that she says, but I got a whiff of a video where they were kissing and he was rubbing on her ass. So it made it, so to me it looks like either something is going on or something is going on, okay? But apparently Eddie Winslow says that he is engaged to Rick James's ex-wife, Tanya James, and said that the singer was his godfather. That's some messy ass shit. That's some messy ass shit. But we finna get into this article real quick from the JasmineBrand.com. We're gonna talk about it, then we're gonna be the fuck up out of here because Eddie Winslow on some other shit. Now it looks like Darius McCrary is officially off the market after making headlines because of a racy photo shoot with transgender reality star Sydney Starr. The actor made it clear that he's engaged. I will say this. What are we, in high school? You're going to tell me who I can be friends with and who I can't hang out with? I am a grown man and I'm really 5 years away from 50. So if I wasn't with my mama, I would really be saying this a whole other way. But I am with my mama, so stop running with these rumors. And I think my fiance would really have something different to say. That's what y'all should really be focusing on, where their ring is. Now, more details on who the 45-year-old actor is engaged to have surfaced. According to Hip Hollywood, his fiancée is Tanya James, the ex-wife of funk music pioneer and singer Rick James. They were together from 1989 to 2002. In 1991, Tanya James and the Super Freak singer were arrested for sexually assaulting a woman and holding her hostage for 6 days. Tanya served 15 months in prison. Tanya James also shares one son, Tasman James, with the late singer, and it's unclear how Tanya and Darius met, but he seems to have had a friendship with Rick James before he passed. Last year, he said Rick James was his godfather and that he saw the singer the night before he died in 2004. Yeah, man, Rick, God, he was special. I used to call him Papa Rick. He's my godfather. I'm like his illegitimate godson. And you ask, how do you become an illegitimate godson? It's because your parents are like, no. He's like, I'm Rick James. He's mine. What are your thoughts on the engaged couple? Let us know in the comments. Baby, Eddie Winslow got a messy ass life if he ain't got one. I gotta take my shades off of this one because, baby, listen. First of all, it's out here that you are fucking around with Sydney Starr. That's the first thing. The second thing is that you're with Tanya James, which is Rick James's ex-wife. And now you're saying that Rick James was your godfather? How the hell is he your godfather, but you fucking on his wife and you are engaged to his ex-wife? Like, what type of shit is that? Like, y'all, this man got a messy ass life. He got a messy ass life. He got a messy ass life, honey. He really got a messy ass life. And I just don't know what to say about that. But he really got a messy ass life. And he need to calm down. Because I do think that you was messing around with Sydney Starr. You just got caught and she just put you on Front Street. And if you could be with your godfather's wife, your deceased godfather's wife, then you could be messing around with Sydney Starr. That's just what I believe. So we can't believe nothing you say. That's it. And that's all I got on that one. So, what do you guys got to say on all these topics, y'all? Let's talk about it down below, okay? Now, my Twitter. Now, before we go into anything, be sure to tune in to Josiah's World TV's channel. We have a video coming out tomorrow. We'll be talking about the rise and the fall of the basketball wives. I'll be leaving a link down in the description box so y'all can get it, so y'all can set y'all reminders so y'all can see it, okay? Also, be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Also, and subscribe to my channel. Also, please click the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. And also, follow me on social media, honey. My Twitter and my IG will be down below in the description box, okay? And if you want me to follow you back on IG, all you gotta do is hit me up in the DMs with the hashtag #MessageTeamScotty, and I will definitely follow you back. With that being said, you guys, your boy's out of here. Until my next video, I'll holler at you later. Peace out.
We can always find our way to a fun moment, even in the shady bunch.